Hey everybody, I'm going to try to keep this around 5 minutes, but I'm a little over 3 weeks post-op and I wanted to give everybody some insight on how I'm doing and how things have been since surgery, as I am still in my 6-week recovery period, all that good jazz. So for starters, am I in pain? No, I do have some tenderness and soreness and still have some swelling in the bottom of my abdomen. That's normal. It will probably be like that even past my 6 weeks for a little bit. But other than that, not a lot of huge pain, which is great. I do have slight discomfort when I sleep, when I'm moving and switching positions in bed there. But other than that, not too bad. Next thing, side effects since surgery. I had IVs in both arms, and after surgery, it's not uncommon to have soreness. I had soreness for weeks. I'm still not able to fully lock my arms yet. And it's because I have some bruising where the IV ports were. Again, that's normal. But this is probably the best they've been for the last few weeks. So I'm hoping in another week or two, I'll be able to fully lock my arms. The second thing, I did have some side effects from anesthesia. I know everybody gets impacted by anesthesia very differently. So it's not uncommon that when you've been under anesthesia that you'll have numbing in your body. I had numbing in my hands for a couple days, but not too bad. And then I had numbing in my upper thighs. Here's the problem. The numbing wore off, and then I feel like I have a burn underneath my skin. Like if I touch my skin, I feel like I'm touching a burn, but there's no visible burn. Has been going on for weeks. I called my doctor and she said, everybody's body recovers from anesthesia very differently, and this is how my body is. Thankfully, this burn sensation is finally going down, but apparently my body doesn't like new things, and it did not like anesthesia. So I've been putting like cooling gel on it and everything else, but I will say sometimes when I'm sitting up and standing and walking, I do feel the pain in my legs. It's not like excruciating, but it's definitely just discomfort. That will probably wear off in a few weeks. So there's that. Outside of that, I've noticed that my lower back pain has gone. The biggest fibroid that I had coming out of surgery was 10 centimeters. And for context, that's the size of a baby's head. So think about like when a woman dilates and you want to get to 10 centimeters, that's how big that one of the biggest fibroids was. Initially, my doctor thought I had about maybe 7-ish fibroids. Get in there were 10, and they were able to get all of them. I have 4 incisions in my abdomen and 1 incision in my lower abdomen, which is like a traditional myomectomy scar. So I had a robotic laparoscopic myomectomy where they go in with the scope in different areas of your abdomen. But because of the biggest fibroid, they ended up having to make a traditional myomectomy scar. It's a little bit smaller to take that bigger one out. I've seen pictures of what that looked like, and that sucker is huge. And I cannot believe I've been walking around with such a big ass fibroid, but nonetheless. Some other things that I've noticed that have improved: my blood pressure is pretty normal with my low dose of medication. And my doctor says, well, your body is healing from inflammation. Of course it's leveling out. Of course. Another thing I've noticed is that I'm not going to the bathroom in the middle of the night as often because I don't have a big fibroids pushing against my bladder. We're making me want to go all the time. So that's been a huge plus. I thought I had something going on with my bladder because sometimes I didn't feel like I could hold it, and now I know why. So that's been a vast improvement, thank God. I'm trying to just think of anything else. Oh, and since surgery, I have lost 7 pounds. I essentially gave birth to a 7-pound baby, the equivalent of a 7-pound baby. I went into surgery weighing about 172. Oh, and I weighed myself this morning. I'm 164. So I've lost 8 pounds since surgery. And as the swelling goes down in my abdomen, I'll probably lose a little bit more weight. But yeah, that's been great. Some of the clothes and shirts I've been wearing that were fitting snug on me are now fitting comfortably, and I had no idea that I was gaining weight because of fibroids. I thought, I thought I was just eating something that was giving me some weird reaction. But anyway, so far I'm doing well. Energy level has improved a lot. if you're planning on having this surgery, just know that you're going to be tired the first couple weeks after surgery. Just, it's going to hit you. I remember trying to take a shower like a couple weeks ago, getting dressed, and then I was done with that and took a 3-hour nap. So be prepared for being tired. I am walking every day. I try to do some kind of physical activity as much as I can to help with the energy level. I am starting to get out more and do some things, thank goodness, but within reason. I'm not like doing backflips and lifting heavy weights and doing anything to overexert myself, because again, I still have soreness. I still have a little bit of swelling. I'm just way more comfortable now than I was a couple weeks ago. So high level, but if you have any questions about my procedure, the procedure I had, anything about the healing process, anything I've experienced, anything that, if you want to know how I prepped for surgery, anything that I've done post-surgery to help myself be comfortable, let me know and I'll make another video. All right, until next time, guys. Bye.